Peace be upon you. Salam alaikum. I hope you can hear me. So, as you can tell from the title, this video is going to be a little talk on the Karajites and them lying about the Muslim countries. So many evil, ignorant, imbeciles, idiots are lying about the Muslim countries, and the irony is that they themselves are living in the non-Muslim countries. Yet they have the guts to say that these leaders are not true Muslims and that none of these countries are Muslims. And that's an absolute blatant lie. And this goes completely against the Quran and the prophetic way, Sunnah. In the Quran, we are told to obey Allah, the Messenger, and those in authority among us. And who has authority among us? It is the leaders, the Muslim rulers. In the prophetic way, Sunnah, we are told to obey the ruler, even if he is to be beating our backs and taking our wealth. I'm paraphrasing, may Allah forgive me. So these people they're lying. They're lying. And they say that these countries, they're insulting these countries, they're, you know, backbiting, they're slandering them. And, you know, it's very foolish because these people are living in the lands of the disbelievers, and yet they have the audacity, the guts to insult our beautiful Muslim countries, be it Egypt, be it Saudi Arabia, be it Algeria, be it Morocco, being Libya, being Syria, be any country, any Muslim country. A Muslim country is the best. Muslim countries are the best countries to be living in. And even though some of us might have been, born in a different country, we still, we have this longing in our hearts, this love for the Muslim countries. And if we can migrate there, may Allah give us the ability to, we would definitely prefer it. And these countries are just so beautiful. The mosques, the fact that you hear the call to prayer 5 times a day, and the fact that you're safer there than in the non-Muslim countries, which is a fact because in many non-Muslim countries, with all the crime and violence and all of this, and obviously, don't get me started on some, countries because, I'm gonna go on a tangent maybe, and I would say that there's a dire need for the Muslim community to migrate. If one is able to, many Muslims have migrated to the Muslim countries. Many non-Muslims have left. Um, Many Muslims have left. Non-Muslims have left the non-Muslim countries to go to the Muslim countries, and they said themselves that they prefer the Muslim countries, living in the Muslim countries, because of the fact that it's better in so many aspects. It's safer, it's more protected, and yeah, it's all good and fine. So even them, the non-Muslims, they are admitting themselves that living in a country that is Muslim is better for worldly reasons for the non-Muslims. So let alone a Muslim. So now the Karajites, there are many Karajites living, and obviously, some of them are just like barking dogs, who are just you know obviously spreading all kinds of lies, but they don't do anything. And then you have the groups like the Karajites. I mean, as in groups, one of them is the Taliban. The Karajite group, has nothing to do with Islam. So nationalism and all of that, and they're lying about Islam, and they are not Muslims, in my opinion, because of the fact that they are, not using scriptures. They're just doing whatever it is that they want to do without looking at anybody, without, going to, you know, how could I say? They don't analyze scriptures at all, and they just fool the people. So yes, hello Martin. Thank you for joining. It's just a video. I'm gonna end it quickly. It's not a what is it? A live stream where people can join, but some other time I will make a longer live stream where people can join because I'm gonna have to leave soon if Allah wills. So you spread let's see what you shared here. John 14:6. Yes, the Bible. I mean, you know how I feel about the Bible. I don't really want to get into this whole thing because I believe in the Quran. And here, what did you say here? Show millions of Muslims are leaving their homes due to conflict, civil war, and economic hardship in various Islamic countries, often seeking refuge elsewhere. Yeah, that's true. We have many Muslims who are leaving the Muslim countries because of what's happening, but they could leave for other Muslim countries, right? And for instance, if you could migrate to, there are so many Muslim countries to migrate to. It's it's sad. It's a sad thing. It's a sad situation that we find ourselves in, where you have to, they have to go to other countries, because that's why we need an open border policy, especially in the Muslim countries. For instance, one could seek residency in Egypt, in Tunisia, in Morocco, these countries, and if Allah wills, it will be possible one day. Because of how things are doing better. But yeah, it's true that we have some issues, and conflict, civil war, and economic hardship. Yes, but many non-Muslim countries like the United States are obviously, they have the evil agendas, and they're taking advantage of the money that they have, through the taxpayers' money, to invade these countries and do all kinds of evil things. The government, what it's doing, so it's actually contributing to this factor, to what's happening in the Muslim countries. Although I do admit that there's some infighting as well, that is caused because of ignorance and things like that, of that nature. But we as Muslims should be united. That's why I really believe that we as Muslims shouldn't be fighting each other like this. We should come to understanding. We believe in Allah, in the Prophet, peace be upon him. Why don't we come and help each other instead of fighting? And but if Allah wills, it will be better, I'm sure, if Allah wills. Some Western countries like the US, about 1 in 4 adults raised Muslim now identify as non-Muslim. Yeah, exactly. So that's the issue, that the Muslims who are living in non-Muslim countries, like in the United States, and in other countries, I'm sure 1 in 4, yes, in 1 in 4 adults raised Muslim, yes, exactly, because they're influenced by uh, some non-Muslims, and they're and obviously what they're doing, perhaps, and they also get brainwashed some most of the time, because they don't have the proper, uh, how could I say, structure, the proper environment. When you have the proper environment, I believe that you're a Muslim, but that's in the Muslim countries. And you go to a non-Muslim country, yes, there have been many cases, a lot of cases like that, when Muslims were actually left Islam, committed the act of apostasy. May Allah protect us, because of the fact that they're in a bad environment. They don't have a right understanding, also, as contributes to it. Although many people who live in the non-Muslim countries turn to Islam, because they look at what's happening, and they see that you know the laws are, and everything, it's not really working, so they turn to Islam because they find answers. The all the answers are in Islam, because Islam is the truth. So they find happiness, and then they think they're gonna help their communities, and so on and so forth, against drugs, against crime, and they help the Muslim countries, or the non-Muslim countries, their communities. So there's good in both sides, you see. Now, I'm not against, obviously, if Muslims go to any country, uh, I believe that it's we should go to the Muslim countries as a first choice, of course, and but at the same time, if somebody is born in a non-Muslim country, it's harder for him to leave. But those who are leaving the non-Muslim countries, who are old and seniors, and then they go there to get, why are they doing this? Because if you think about it, a Muslim should live in a Muslim country. Yes, if we go to the traditional understanding, this is what we believe, that Muslims should live in the Muslim countries, not in the non-Muslim countries. But you have people who are old, and then they migrate to the non-Muslim countries, and then they say we're there to call people to Islam, but they have obtained permanent residency. They have everything there, their papers. The children are born there. So what are they doing there, really? And it's like they're trying to fool people by telling them, no, 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 we're just here to do good. But I'm sorry, can't you do good in your Muslim countries? Muslim countries are in dire need of our help. So yet we have all these people giving all their money away for migration. I mean, come on, man. It doesn't make a lot of sense. So yeah, I'm happy that, Muslims, non-Muslims are accepting Islam, and you know uh but you have also the Muslims who sadly are leaving the Muslim countries, and I'm sad about that. How many wars have been caused by Islam? Wars in the history of mankind have been caused by, worldly reasons mostly. Now, in Islam, we believe that Islam is the submission to the God Allah, and that's the only religion acceptable by Allah, right? By the God. So when people start, if you meaning conquest, yes, the Muslims have conquered many places, and that's why Islam spread. The Muslims spread the message to all country, to a lot of countries like North Africa. You know, there are many countries that have been, uh, is Islamicized, where Islam came to uplift, to help us, because without Islam we're in the darkness. The Quran is the light. Islam is the only true religion. So I have no issues at all whatsoever, because everything in Islam is good. So if somebody is enforcing something that is good for you, you should accept it. If you don't accept Islam, you will be, may Allah protect us, in hell. Isn't it good if somebody is enforcing it so that you don't go to hell, right? The apostasy punishment, it protects the apostate, because he sees that the punishment for apostasy is death. He's not going to want to leave the religion. So he's going to be, if Allah wills, protected, because if he leaves Islam, he will be in hell. So if he is left to do that, it's going to be bad. But if the punishment is death, it's that high, then the person will be scared and not think about it. How many hands have been cut off because of Islam? As a matter of fact, very few hands were cut off in our history, because you see, the punishment for theft is mainly a deterrent. If people see that the punishment for stealing is cutting off the hand, they're not going to steal, because they're afraid to lose their hands. So many, maybe a very few amount of people, it's neglectable, would steal because they're, stupid. But other than that, majority of people won't steal, and look at the outcome would be wonderful. People not stealing, your property being safe. Wouldn't you prefer this world where you can leave your doors wide open, your windows open, nobody's going to try to break in or anything like that? In the US, look at theft, how big it is, because the punishment is not proper. It doesn't work, it's not adequate. People go to jail for, I don't know how long, but then they go free, and then they do it again. So it's not helping. The only thing that would help is to cut off their hand. And face it, Morton, nobody can steal without hand. Now can they? So that's the best remedy, man. How many people's heads were cut off because of Islam? Well, it happens everywhere, Martin. I know religions. In all, back in the days, heads were still cut off by, you know in many countries, right, for treason, for this and for that. Nowadays it's changed, right? In the US, there's the lethal injection, and there's the electric chair, which is very painful. I mean, being electrocuted is not a walk in the park now, is it? Now, many, yes, heads were cut off, but the enemies, the infidels, and the people who were actually evil, yes, they were punished like this. Yes. But you see, we are proud of our history, Morton. We're so proud of it. And all the blood that was shed in the history of Islam, it's all good. It's all good, because this is how it was supposed to be. And for people to embrace Islam and become Muslims, this is the best gift, because they would be safe and in paradise forever. Wouldn't you trade that? Why wouldn't you trade this for, some temporary, enjoyment, which didn't get you anywhere, if you think about it, right? Because after your life ends, it's over. According to these people, there's no more enjoyment anyway, because you will be in hell. May Allah protect us. So people's heads were cut off by the evil people. The people's heads that were cut off were evil people's heads, so they had to be punished. I'm just reading what your uh, yes. Forgive me. I mean, I have to say that I cannot share this the Bible on my channel because I share the Quran, right? Can you understand this? Yes, you tell me from Revelation. Yeah, but the thing is, I don't believe in the Bible, man. I believe in the Quran, man. So you can quote to me the Bible, but that's the thing. I don't believe that it's been. I believe that it's been changed and altered. And Allah says in the Quran, "Woe to those who write the book with their own hands and then say this is from the God Allah." So I don't really believe in some of the things that you're. Obviously, if the Bible, here's the thing about the Bible, if it coincides with the Quran, I can believe in it. But if it doesn't, I don't really accept it, right? So let's see. Care to share, please? Because or should I do this? Let me try. 25, Surah, chapter 29, 46. All right, let's see if Allah wills. In the name of Allah. Bismillah. I'm, I'm, I'm trying to see. Yes, O believers, 49, 6. You're quoting the Quran, more. What Allah has willed has happened. MashaAllah. Hope you become a Muslim if Allah wills. And O believers, if an evildoer brings you any news, verify this. You do not harm people knowingly becoming grateful for what you have done. Absolutely, absolutely. And that's why becoming grateful for what you have done is because that's why we don't take news from Tom, Dick, or Harry, the news, NBC News, and, a lot of lies and so on and so forth, weapons of mass destruction that were never found in Iraq and all this nonsense. This is exactly, we are told in Islam to be aware of these liars. Uh, because they are actually spreading a lot of lies and a lot of tribulation. This is not the correct verse. Well, actually, maybe this actually, we don't believe in. If you quoted the verse, there's some relevance to it. You see, you try to quote a verse and you quote to me a good. That's exactly what it is. Oh, 20. Oh, my fault. I'm sorry. It's actually 29. I didn't see it because yeah, I apologize. 49 6, 29 6. I don't know why I said 20 49. Yes, I apologize for this. I apologize for this. It's my fault. Uh, all right. Apologize for that. Do not argue. Yes. Okay. We'll share this. And then I will have to end the live stream soon. But thank you for coming, Martin. It's always nice to see you. And I would like um, to have you on the stream someday if Allah wills, to have you here on the live stream. I mean, you've always been very nice to me on Muji's live stream. You told me to, you always share my videos, you always tell me to come, and you're very welcome to me, so thank you very much for that. So if Allah wills, some other time, yes, I would love to have you here on the stream to speak with you more. Do not argue with the people of the book ungracefully, except with those of them who act wrongfully and say we believe in what has been revealed to us and what was revealed to you, our God, and your God is only one, and to Him we will fully submit. Okay, beautiful. So you have to accept this, that God is one, right? So if Allah wills, inshallah, you will accept Islam and join us, because the people of the book are divided into different categories. You know that those who pray and stand in, in prayer for in the night and pray and accept Islam. But thank you for joining. Thank you for that. Good having you here. And yes, I would like to, yeah, come back also. And even though Muji is a little bit angry with me, I would like to come just to speak with you guys sometime. And here, you're always welcome to come here anytime. And thank you for coming here. It was nice reading your comments, and I like that a lot. So it's always nice having you to speak with. All right, so thank you for watching, and I'm gonna end the live stream here. Thank you so much for thank you for the comments. It also helps with my live to speak to somebody, because it's a good interaction and a good nice back and forth. So thank you, and we'll end the live stream here. And if Allah wills, inshallah, see you very soon. And thank you. Goodbye.